My name is Alex Rothacker. I've been training dogs for over 40 years. Since I've been in high school, my goal is always to work with dogs. Since I've been working with dogs, my favorite thing in working with dogs is doing tricks. I actually train police dogs for a living. I have accomplished many Guinness World Records with my dog, also with myself. I believe in exercise, not only for myself, but for my dogs. My dogs have always been on some kind of regimented schedule as far as exercise. It'd be when I was 17 years old, running on a bicycle every day, 6 days a week. So I believe in the health with dogs. I believe in health with myself. And we're forming a company right now that is focusing mostly on health with dogs.
I'm Mike Minnick. I've been training dogs for about 30 years. I've done everything from protection to obstacles to obedience. With this dog, Nugget, I've been working on obedience with the AKC, and what we've done is he has won 9 awards, and we're really proud of him.
Two people that are working together to achieve the same goal, which is having your dog remain your partner for a long period of time. We're building the health, the mental health, the balance, everything in the dog to keep that dog around for a long period of time.
When I think about a step above, I think, how do you make a dog healthy and strong for his entire life? Step Above Proteins allows the dog to regenerate naturally the way people do when they eat well, when they work out well, when they stretch a lot.
We're a company that wants to build dogs not only in their mind but in their body. We're looking for the person to have a dog for a long period of time. Through the years, all the work I've been doing with dogs, every one of my dogs have lived for a long period of time, and I want other people to have the same luxury I did, to have a dog hang with them for 20 years, 18 years, 19 years. And this was our program is developing. That's what we're looking to develop.
What we're looking for is our dogs to be long-lived. We want them to be strong. We want them to be healthy for their entire lives, not just to be healthy when they're 4 years old, but to be healthy when they're 14 years old. That's what nutrition and exercise and flexibility can do for them.
Like you said, what's very important, the biggest thing you stepped on was nutrition. And nutrition is very important. With all these other things we want to do, the basic thing is the nutrition. If you don't have good nutrition, you're not going to have a healthy dog. You're not going to have a strong dog. You're not going to have a mentally strong dog. So we're pushing nutrition, we're pushing balance, we're pushing core work, we're pushing everything. We're trying to educate the people on their dog's health. And we have the experience, we've been doing it for such a long period of time. What we're educating you is not only on positive stuff, it's negative stuff. Where do we get our education? We get our education by doing things wrong. And now we want to push on to you what is right, what helps your dog live for a long period of time. What makes your dog be the dog who, when he's 15 years old, doesn't walk with his legs close together. He walks with power, and that's what we're trying to develop in this program.
And that's not just strength, that's also flexibility, that's also keeping them mentally sharp. All the things that make a dog a great dog when they're young, they can be that great dog when they're old.
I agree with you 100%. Very, very important.
You want to revolutionize the health of your dog. Step Above Proteins can help your dog live a longer, healthier life.
My last 3 dogs have lived 17 years, 20 years. What I want to do with Step Above Proteins, I wanted to give you the knowledge so your dog can be with you for a long period of time. That is my goal. Our goals for people and our dogs is to educate the people on their dogs, knowing not only nutrition, but knowing what makes a dog tick and what makes a dog tick for a long period of time. So this dog, again, our goal is to have this dog be with their owner for a long period of time, extended period of time. The only way that happens is through educating the people on what the dog needs.
And what the dog needs is great nutrition. They need to be stretched. They need to be trained. They need to be stronger. And the way you do that is by learning all the things that we've learned over the last 30 years.
Right. And the only way, again, what we're teaching them is not what we only learn negative, but what we learn positive. So we put everything together, and that's how we form the company, Step Above Proteins.
The negative things we've learned are mistakes we've made.
Right.
You know,
Years.
when you try to train them to do one thing and you realize you're not communicating effectively.
Right.
And those are the negatives that we can carve out for everybody else.
Right, we're saving people 30 years of trial and error. We're teaching them what the positive thing is to do with the dog. Building the dog's core is working every muscle in that dog's body, from his back to his knee, to his upper back, to his neck, to his stomach. It's putting everything together so that body can function as good as possible.
What dog maintenance is once you've built up all these muscles with your dog's strong, your dog's healthy, now it just takes 10, 15 minutes a day to keep him that way. And that's through exercise, that's through stretching, that's through just basic operations with your dog. Most underrated things in people's lives with their pets is the nutrition that they're getting each day. They get these processed dog food bags, and they say they're coming with 40 grams or 50 grams of protein, and they're not. It's not good protein. It's not usable protein. That's the reason you need something like Step Above to get them the protein they need.
Everyone understands, just like Mike is saying, how important nutrition is. If I talk to a person today and I say, how much protein should your dog get in a day? They can't answer me. And that's some of the most important thing they need to know. A dog should get their body weight in protein. So if they weigh a pound, they should get a pound a day. So every pound of body weight should have a gram of protein. And that's what we're here for, to educate on people on that. That's so important. You can't have a good working body without the right fuel. You know, you need the fuel. You need the fuel.
Well, and it's just like any athlete. Every athlete in the world, they strive to get the right balance of nutrients in their body each day. And when you don't do that, no matter how hard you work out, no matter how much sleep you get, you can't be performing at your best. And that's what Step Above does.
Right. Nutrition is very important. Probably one of the most important things in a dog's life.
It's like your 5-year-old child. You've got to keep them sharp mentally as well as physically.
You want that dog to wake up in the morning and know what his goal is. With a strong mind, he knows what his goal is. He knows what he's getting up in the morning to do. And with the education of Step Above proteins, we put that in the dog's mind so he knows he has a purpose. And the only way we can do that is by using his mind.
And that means you need to train your dog for obedience or for tricks or whatever it is. You want your dog to be mentally active. And the way to do that is to train them. And that's going to be on the website.
Challenge your dog. That's what keeps the dog sharp too. Dog gets bored just like a person. If every morning you wake up and you do something different with your dog is energetic, looking forward to do something. And again, he's using his mind. Very important. Use the mind. Use the mind.
When you're training your dog, you build a better bond with your dog than almost anything else. You don't just have a statue on a wall. You've got a friend that you can play with, that you interact with, and that makes the dog sharper too.
I agree with that 100%. I mean, when you have a dog you have a bond with, if you're gone for 1 minute or 4 hours, there's no difference to that dog. That dog desires to be with you 100% of the time because he admires all the attention you give that dog and all the praise you give that dog. Biggest thing is that bond. That dog will do anything for you, just like I do anything for my dog.
How often do you come home and you haven't been home for 4 hours? Your dog explodes. It could be the worst day of your life. When you come home, your dog is so happy to see you, and he's happy to see you every single time. Dog sees you, there's never a bad day.
Right. Dogs are always looking forward to see you. If I leave my dog for 1 hour, there's no difference between 1 hour and 2 minutes. I walk in the door, if it's 2 minutes, he'll sit there and greet me like it's been 2 hours. You know, that's the attachment you get between the dog. That's why the bond is so important. That's why a dog works. That's why he lives. That's actually why a dog lives. And they live to please you. They live to be by you.
And that's the training.
Right.
You know, when you're training your dog, that's how you form that bond.
Oh, big time. Right. They rely on you for everything.
Yeah.
Step Above Protein's goal is to have your dog be the healthiest pet it can be through nutrition, through exercise, through the balancing. What we're doing is trying to educate on the person to understand that, and that will lengthen your dog's life. Period. Good life.
Nutrition and exercise helps people stay alive longer. Why would you think that wouldn't be true of a dog? If you give your dog the right food, meaning protein in particular, and you exercise them, they'll live longer, and they'll be healthier longer.
They'll be enjoying life
Yeah,
with their handler, with the person.
yeah. Come back to the website. We're going to be covering health, nutrition, training, exercise, and how that best works with your dog.
I'll be covering things you won't believe, that you don't even know exist out there to build your dog's strength. Very, very important stuff. Very important stuff.